78% of passive income attempts fail within the first year because of a single psychological trap that nobody talks about. Most experts are selling you systems that require more work than your day job. After interviewing 53 people who successfully built genuine hands-off income streams, I identified the three critical differences in their approach. The most surprising finding: it's not about working harder or finding the perfect opportunity. It's about engineering obsolescence from day one. Have you noticed how every passive income guru seems permanently glued to their laptop? I spent 5 years chasing the same dream only to discover I'd created a second job that paid less than my first. The Wi-Fi-enabled beach lifestyle they promised turned into 3 a.m. customer service emails and constant platform algorithm changes that demanded my immediate attention. Here's the uncomfortable truth about passive income. Most strategies marketed as hands-off actually require more active management than a traditional career. You're not eliminating work, you're just changing who your boss is. And spoiler alert, when you're the boss, your working hours expand rather than contract. That dropshipping business, it comes with inventory headaches, supplier relationships to manage, and customer complaints at all hours. That rental property, every clogged toilet and late payment becomes your emergency. What makes this trap so dangerous is the sunk cost fallacy that keeps us ensnared. After 6 months of building your YouTube channel, walking away feels impossible, even when the data clearly shows you're earning $3 an hour. The psychological weight of time already invested creates an emotional attachment to continuing regardless of results. I've interviewed dozens of passive income entrepreneurs who admitted they couldn't take a week off without their systems collapsing, yet they remained convinced they were building freedom. Let's be brutally honest about what these income strategies actually are. Dropshipping isn't passive, it's customer service and inventory management. Real estate isn't passive, it's property maintenance and tenant relations. Content creation isn't passive, it's a never-ending production schedule. And affiliate marketing, that's just sales without the salary guarantee. The critical distinction few discuss is between income-generating assets and income-generating activities. True assets appreciate without your involvement. They work while you sleep, vacation, or focus elsewhere. Activities, however, collapse the moment you stop feeding them your time and attention. That passive YouTube channel requires new videos every week. That dropshipping store demands daily optimization. These aren't assets. They're jobs disguised as freedom. What's particularly insidious is how conventional financial advice creates an illusion of progress. We track metrics that feel meaningful: subscribers, page views, follow, without honestly assessing if they translate to automated revenue. I watched an acquaintance celebrate reaching 100,000 subscribers while quietly taking a second job to pay rent. The metrics were climbing, but the bank account wasn't. Let's talk about time investment, the metric nobody wants to calculate. If your passive business generates $5,000 monthly but requires 40 hours weekly to maintain, you're making $31.25 per hour before taxes with no benefits, no paid vacation, and no retirement plan. Many traditional jobs offer better compensation with clearer boundaries, yet we persist in these systems because we've been sold the idea that working for ourselves automatically means working less. What if, instead of creating more work for ourselves, we focused on what I call engineered obsolescence, deliberately designing financial systems that systematically eliminate our involvement over time? This approach requires a completely different mindset. Rather than asking, how can I generate more income? We ask, how can I make my participation unnecessary for income to continue? The fundamental mistake 95% of passive income seekers make is optimizing for control rather than automation. They build systems where they remain the critical component, the content creator, the decision maker, the problem solver. True wealth automation requires deliberately engineering yourself out of the equation from day one. The wealthiest people I've studied don't optimize their financial systems for maximum control. They optimize for their own absence. This counterintuitive approach contradicts our psychological tendency to remain at the center of our financial universe. When I interviewed successful wealth builders, a pattern emerged that completely reshaped my understanding of financial freedom. These individuals weren't obsessed with finding the perfect income stream. They were methodically engineering systems where they became the least necessary component. This automation mindset requires a fundamental shift in how you approach wealth building. Rather than creating income streams that demand your attention, you need to construct financial infrastructure that operates independently of your time and oversight. It's not about working less. It's about creating systems that don't need you at all. This approach directly addresses the decision fatigue that plagues most financial strategies. As Barry Schwartz noted in The Paradox of Choice, too many choices lead to paralysis rather than freedom. By automating key financial decisions, you eliminate hundreds of mental calculations that typically drain your cognitive resources. Here's where the tension arises. Embracing this mindset requires sacrificing what most people desperately cling to: immediate returns and control. The psychology behind this resistance is powerful. We're wired to want immediate feedback and the ability to intervene at any moment. But true financial automation demands you surrender this constant involvement, something that feels deeply unnatural to most of us who've been conditioned to believe that wealth requires vigilance. Let me introduce you to 3 automated wealth systems that generate genuine income without requiring your daily attention. First, dividend investing with DRIP. By focusing on dividend aristocrat stocks, companies that have increased their dividends consistently for 25 plus years, and setting up automatic reinvestment, you create a compounding machine that works while you're completely uninvolved. The system doesn't require you to make buy or sell decisions. It's designed to operate autonomously for decades. Second, index fund automation with threshold rebalancing maintains your desired asset allocation without constant monitoring. Unlike traditional financial advice that suggests regular calendar-based rebalancing, threshold rebalancing only triggers adjustments when your allocations drift beyond predetermined percentages. This method naturally buys low and sells high while minimizing your involvement. Third, the set-and-forget financial ecosystem leverages technology to eliminate nearly all financial management tasks. This infrastructure combines automatic transfers between accounts, robo-advisors that handle investment decisions, and algorithmic budgeting systems that adjust spending categories based on income fluctuations. When properly configured, this ecosystem requires virtually no maintenance. The technology stack supporting these systems has finally reached a point where true automation is possible. Today's tools can link accounts, synchronize bill payments, and manage investments with minimal human oversight. The result is a self-maintaining financial ecosystem that continues functioning during vacation, busy work periods, or even extended sabbaticals. What's particularly fascinating is that strategic neglect can actually enhance investment performance. The lazy portfolio approach, where you deliberately limit your interaction with investments, often outperforms actively managed accounts. This happens because it eliminates emotional decision-making during market volatility. When you're not constantly watching your portfolio, you can't panic sell during downturns or chase performance during upswings. 2 behaviors that consistently destroy returns. Here's the most exciting part. You can implement this entire automated wealth infrastructure in a single weekend. The process involves systematically linking your accounts, setting up automatic transfers that align with your income schedule, establishing threshold-based rebalancing parameters, and synchronizing bill payments to eliminate manual intervention. This 48-hour implementation creates a financial system that could potentially run for years without requiring your attention. We've reached the end of our journey together, and I hope by now you've recognized the fundamental shift required to build genuine wealth. It's not about hustling harder or finding that elusive passive income unicorn. It's about creating a system that works without you. Recent research confirms what I've been saying. Automated investment approaches consistently outperform actively managed funds over extended periods. The data doesn't lie. Robo-advisors and algorithmic systems simply deliver better results with lower fees while you focus on living your life. Your next step isn't downloading another business model template or starting a side hustle. It's implementing the automated wealth infrastructure we've discussed. Take this weekend to set up your financial ecosystem that runs independently of your constant attention. Remember this: your financial freedom isn't measured by the figures in your account, but by how those figures grow while you sleep. Travel or pursue what truly matters to you. That's the ultimate wealth, a life rich in both time and money.